Best part. So close. Sir, welcome back to the channel. Wow, it's been a rough week. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So we just got home day after Christmas. Well, I got home Christmas Eve. I walked in the door about 11 o'clock at night. And that week while I was down in Maine, I worked a total of 117 hours, which is roughly 3 weeks of work in 1 week. Yeah, I made a boatload of money, but my body's definitely feeling it today. So it's going to be a slow day. I got to gather my thoughts and pick up where I left off on this here Mazda. So with that being said, I need about 10 minutes to get started. Kind of kicked rocks yesterday. It happens, shit happens. A little more motivated today. I got some shit done yesterday, nothing major, but today I pretty much got my rear shock situation narrowed down. So I'm going to show you what I did. There's not a lot of room in the back here because of the air tank and everything. So I have a small little window of opportunity. So what I'm going to do is I got some DOM here. I'm going to weld the DOM onto the backside of the lower link bar, and our rear shock will be able to go right into it. So I had to round down the end to fit into the tubing, stuck it in the drill, hit the grinder, and away we went. Like so. Beautiful. I'm going to weld around it, and this mamma jammer ain't going nowhere. Sometimes it's just a matter of thinking outside the box. Sometimes you need time to figure out little odds and ends things. I think I found it, so here we go. Our shock extension. Now, I had originally notched out a hole inside of here. I was like, oh yeah, this would be great, you know, I'll slide the shock through here. And I totally forgot about the expansion of the bag, so that's why you know, that didn't work out. So I just saved the piece and stitched it in. But yeah, so now at this point we're ready to wipe everything down and put it in primer. So one thing I want you guys to understand, you have confidence and you have cockiness. I am far from cocky. I am extremely confident. If I do something 99.9% of the times, I know it's going to work. And I'm confident with the shock extension. And look, at the end of the day, what's the worst case scenario that it happens? If one breaks off, oh my God, and I have to redo it? Oh no, does that make me a bad person? Oh no, you know what I'm saying? So again, it's not about cockiness, it's about confidence. Building your confidence, trusting yourself, trusting the process. Here we go. Yeah, baby! Ah. Got me a nice haircut. I had to run some errands. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. I'm going to pause the video. So I had to go run and pick up air fittings. There's a Parker store. Parker is a company that makes hydraulic hoses and air lines and air fittings and all that fun stuff. I'm going to show you a bag. And I want you to comment down below what you think that bag of fittings costed. Now, the customer knows because I had to call them and get an approval. Whoever comments down below and gets it right is going to get their name put on a heart up on my wall. I can't believe it. So this bag here, I want you to guess, comment down below, how much do you think all these fittings plus these fittings here ran this customer? It's a lot of miscellaneous fittings in here, a lot of brass, some bulkheads. You comment down below. I had to get another can of paint, missed a few spots. It happens. I'm not perfect, but I think that looks really good for flat black. Very happy. Everything's onced over. She looks really good. So now we're gonna start putting the air tank together, plumbing all the fittings up, plumbing the valves up. Customer's only doing front up and down and rear up and rear down, so we're only doing 4 valves. And he wants a line for tank pressure, and he wants lines for dang it, I forgot. He wants bag pressure. Son of a biscuit, I forgot a fitting. So currently we've got almost the entire back of the truck set up. New battery line ran from the front to the rear. This is 1/0 copper. Got all the lines ran. This is the front bank, and the rear bank is over there. I have a Y cut in for his air gauges, so that's the front. That'll be his front air gauge, and then I've got one cut in, or I have to cut one in for the rear. Then I've got tank pressure right there, and everything's painted. Shocks are in, tank is in, fuel cell's not in. Had to go and pick up another batch of fittings. Unbelievable. This batch right here, I had to return some from yesterday. This is the bulkhead that's going to run through the toolbox into the run through the floor into the toolbox for his water separator, which will be in the toolbox on the driver's side of the truck. I got some copper refrigerant line. It's no different than anything else. Just a FYI, I don't know if y'all are aware of it or not. This is 3/8 fitting, 3/8 tubing, excuse me. This tubing will work into push locks. It's no different than 3/8 airline, same shit. Obviously this is copper. You can get steel, you can get stainless steel, but so his 2 compressor lines are banked together. Then this is going to go up into the toolbox from here under the bed into the water separator. So it'll go in, it'll go out, come back down, and then go into the tank, which will go into this fitting here. So she's coming along. A lot of work, a lot of little bullshit. Stupid me, I messed up. I was trying to bend it by hand like an idiot. Copper's very soft. This is my bender. I've had this for many years. This is used for steel and stainless steel. This is a Parker bender. Parker is a hydraulic fitting company. I'm sure you've seen that name before. This bender was like, I don't know, 250 bucks years ago. Yeah, very expensive, but it only does 3/8, which worked out good because this is 3/8. So yeah, so the fuel cell is a bit of a mother fricker. I don't know what they were thinking, welding number 10 fittings on the fuel cell. Really stupid. So in case if you didn't know, this is a number 10 male JIC fitting, it's called. Typically used in hydraulic car setups. You don't use number 10, you would use number 6 or number 8. But why they decided to use number 10 is beyond me. I don't know if I'm going to clear the floor now, which I probably am not because of this elbow, and I need to get a return up in here. His supply is down on the bottom there. I don't know what in God's creation they were thinking. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might just have to go into do a supply and a return down low. Kind of backwards, but I may have no choice. I really don't think this is gonna work. I think it's extremely high, but here's another how you doing kind of situations. So they don't have a reducer to go down from, this is 3/16 barbed. Whoop. And this is the end, the JIC end that's on the cell. So I'm gonna have to cut this off, take this little rubber yellow thingy off, and weld this inside of here, so that way it can convert number 10 hose down to 1/4 inch. Kind of asinine backwards, but why they set it up with these ginormous lines on here, I mean, they'd have been better off welding a female bung, male pipe thread bung on here, and then the customer could have did whatever they wanted to do. But whatever, I mean, it is what it is. His solenoids ran. I don't have any loom, but Zach can get some loom. Everything's secured down really nice. His grounds are threaded into the chassis, nice and short, both sides obviously, and it looks really good. It looks really, really good. Fingerprints all over the tank. I had to scooch the tank back a little bit. Why, I don't know, but I had to scooch it back like 1/4 inch. I had to re-drill the holes in the air tank. Not a big deal. You can see that little lip sticking up from there. I can always just trim it off, but it looks really good. Very happy. Just been a long road to get it to where it is right now. One of the toolboxes are set up almost fully complete. Bam. So we plumbed this water trap inside of here. He's got his drain. It'll drain right outside the bed. These are bulkhead fittings. Ta-da. Now, this is your in, and this is your out to your tank. Still got to cut the bed in the center. Still need to build the battery box for the toolbox and secure it to the bed. All his lines are ran with rubber grommets. His controls for his valves, tank pressure, front and rear pressure, everything zip tied, nicey nice. His solenoid's no good. I gotta pick him up a new one. Mind you, this is brand new. Fuel cells bolted down. This is the out that's gonna go into the water trap, and then the other input is here. Everything else is plugged in. I need to get a 1/4 inch plug. Excuse me. Excuse you. 1/4 inch plug for the tank for underneath. And that is that, man. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo. A lot of shit. Many hours, many zip ties later. A bag of zip ties. Self-tapping screws. I can't tell you how many I sheared off going through the chassis. But it looks great, man. It looks really good. I'm a little worried about these hitting the bed floor. I don't know. We'll have to see. If it's an issue, then I'll have to cut holes in the floor. And they're gonna have to stick up for now. So we'll figure out something. Put a toolbox over it. I don't know. But it looks good. Very nice. Very secure. Very neat. I put some slowdowns. These are basically water traps, whatever you want to call them. If this was completely off when he lays the front out or the rear, it might slam really hard down on the ground, and that's not going to be any good. So the way to counter that is to you know, close the valve and then open it up a little at a time. Once you find your sweet spot, zip tie it to the valve so it'll never turn anymore, and that's it. Kind of a one and done. Sending unit is a piece of crap. These Chinese bullshits that they give. Don't even X. So one of my gifts my son had bought me for Christmas. It's pretty cool. I think you all are gonna like it. I need to wire a switch. So he bought me this sign. He had it made. You can see the little samurai on the bottom corner and his Bel Air in the other corner. It's pretty cool. Really nice. And he had another one made, it's like 3 times the size of that. Same thing, out of plexiglass, but I think it's too big for inside of here. And he also bought me this Chevrolet clock. So I need to wire up a switch for these, you know. But yeah, I love it. Really, really cool. Needed to make a battery holder. This is something similar to what we used to use in hopping cars back in the day, lowriders. Basically just some angle iron. I used, instead of flat stock, because I didn't have any, I used this 1/2 by 2, I believe it is, or 1/2 by 1.5 inches, something like that. But basically, the battery's gonna sit inside of here, and then this will get welded inside of the toolbox, the corners, and then I'm gonna drill some holes in it, and we're gonna bolt it to the bed. One of the things he asked, you know, for me to do, climb my ass in here. These are his switches. He just wants front and rear. He's got a compressor pressure, which he's got a leak, and front and rear bags. So once he puts some air in it, he'll know red is rear, yellow is front. Simple. So I've got a leak at these 2 bungs. I almost wonder if they warped the bungs when they welded them on. So I'm gonna pull those 2 bungs off. He's got a leaky bung hole. I'm gonna pull those out, use some different sealer instead of Teflon tape, and keep my fingers crossed. Other than that, if it leaks, there's really not much I can do about it. But everything's ready to go, man. I can put fuel in his tank and get his bed back on here. Guys, there it is. She fully lays frame, including the muffler. Gotta throw that in. Very, very, very happy with how everything turned out. Here's his battery box. Nice and secure. I gotta tighten his lug up. Covers it up. Nothing arcs and sparks and barks. Here is his water trap. All he has to do is reach down in here, drain out his water trap. Nice and easy. This closes up like so. Yeah, man, so I told him I was gonna tub everything out for him, but I'm waiting on dies for my bead roller, so he'll just have to come back for that. Let him use it, have fun with it, do it I'll give it a once over when he comes back. But very clean, a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of double checking, triple checking. Very happy, very, very, very happy. I'm gonna look into doing some different shock setup for him. I gotta measure him, but he don't have much lift in the rear. I want to say like 5-6 inches, but the front gets up really high. Very nice, man. Rear wheel is centered the way it's supposed to be. Center right here. Very nice. And that's it. Oh. Somehow I managed to offset when I drilled. Don't even ask. Shit happens. But here's his fill for his fuel cell. Put a little hinge on it. All this is going to get taken care of later on down the road, but it's a lot better than seeing a hole. You know, I like it. Very happy. So ladies and gentlemen, now is the race to get the Samurai done. Holy shit. What's today? Today is December 31st. I'm gonna finish cleaning the garage up today. I gotta pull the chassis back in here. Huge laundry list of stuff that has to get done in the Samurai. And we're gonna try something different for our next video. That's gonna do it for this video. Can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you all a very merry new year, prosperous, and all that fun stuff. Till next time, we'll see you next year, guys. Have a great day.